Hey everyone, my name is Nikolett. I'm 22 years old and I live here in Silverglade with my younger sister. We have lived here basically our whole life. Let's see here, the date is September 12th. It's a pretty chilly morning than usual, so I am wearing a sweater. For this first vlog, I'm going to walk all of you through the days where I tried out horses so I could find my own partner in crime. I have been riding horses since I was 11, and I have a love for dressage. I've done some shows when I was little using the horses over at the manor. I've taken lessons there, and they really consider me family. So when I heard they were selling a horse I grew up with, I was super excited to try her out after so many years. May is a 22-year-old flea-bitten Connemara. She stands 14.1 hands high, and they think it's time for her to be taken up to the next level since she's been a lesson horse for the past 9 years. While I was getting her ready and tacked up, it really felt like I was a little girl again. This horse has taught me some of the most important things when riding, and it makes me so happy I was able to ride her again. While I trialed her, she was very well behaved, but once I picked up the trot, she was very bouncy and I could tell she was a little sore, which didn't bother me too much, but if I was going to show her, she wouldn't be able to hold the trot. After about an hour, I hopped off to take her back to the stable because I realized she was getting a little tired. I spoke with our owner and told her I'll think about it. She was on the older side and had some habits, but she's so sweet and I do have a bond with her. Later on that same day, I had to take a drive to Redwood to see the second horse I was interested in. I have actually never been around the Wildwoods area, so it did take me quite a while to get there. But I knew it was worth it according to this cute guy's flyer. Everhollow, barn named Woody, is a 9-year-old bay Trackner gelding who stands 16.1 hands high. It took me a while to get him tacked up because he couldn't sit still, and it started to rain, so I had to put on one of my jackets. The area around us was so pretty and natural. There weren't any arenas for us to ride in, so we just went into this open flat area to do our trial. As soon as I got on and started trotting, I realized he had a really strong and well-balanced trot. He was a little bit spooky at times, making sure the nearby birds weren't going to attack him. Overall, it was a very good ride, but I do think his dressage skills aren't as advanced as his owner said they were. He would need some extra training. Once I got home, I opened the door and I was so tired I just crashed. I was also busy Tuesday with college, so I took a small break with trying horses. Wednesday morning was very relaxing because the afternoon was going to be extremely busy. So I just decided to stop by the outdoor coffee shop to pick up some breakfast and read my favorite book. My next stop was Jorvik Stables, where I tried Furious A, also known as Ansel. Ansel is a 13-year-old gray Arabian Oldenburg cross gelding. He stands 15.13 hands high. And when I got there, I had noticed they already tacked him up for me, so I didn't get to see his behavior during grooming. Before I got on, the owner told me some extra things about him that weren't on his flyer, like who his parents were and what shows he's won. She was very professional, and to be honest, I was quite overwhelmed being in such a large and fancy facility. While riding, he was very focused and had such a professional trot. I only needed to put little leg on him, and he was a great listener. He felt a little too advanced for me, so I told the owner I'll think about it. She did ask if I wanted to see another one of her horses, but because of my busy schedule, I declined and went on my way. Luckily, the ferry was right on time, so I just needed to take a cab to Goldenleaf Stables. Once I got there, I was very welcomed by the barn manager, and the owner allowed me to grab my next trial out of the pasture and groom him. Red Dollar, also known as Nickel, is a 8-year-old paint American warm-blood gelding who stands 17.1 hands high, which is quite big. His coat color actually caught my eye as it is very adorable and unique. While grooming and tacking, his personality came out a lot. He was very goofy and well behaved. The only thing that was off balance was when I went to kneel down and do his leg wraps. He spooked a little bit. Which is fine because I'm probably very small to him. Once I got onto him, he had a very balanced walk and trot, which could be because he is so tall. He was very relaxed, he knew what I was asking of him, and I felt very comfortable in my seat. After about an hour, he still wanted to work, but I also needed to check out one last horse. So I untacked him, spoke to his owner, and told her he was definitely one of my favorites. On my way back home, I stopped by Merlin's stables to check out my lost trial horse. Here is Daycloud. His barn name is Dream. He is an 11-year-old blanket nabstripper gelding, standing 16.1 hands high. He was already tacked up when I got there, so all I needed to do was make sure the stirrups were the correct fit for me. On his flyer, he is described as an all-rounder, but has a perfect hunter-canter and an easy-going way of life. Once I got on, things were going perfectly smooth. He kept wanting to go faster and rush me, which would make sense because he enjoys hunter. But his trot was way too bouncy, and he was very sensitive, so after our trial, I put him back into his stall, spoke with his owner. He's a great horse, just might not be the right fit for me. After that, I went back home to Silverglade and took a nap because I was very exhausted. Over the next few days, I contacted the sellers of most of the horses to let them know I was no longer interested. Now I'm just finishing up some paperwork for the horse I did choose. If you'd like to make an educated guess on who I chose, you totally can. I'd love to hear your comments. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Bye!